Good morning, everyone. I'm going to repeat a little bit what we're going to work with during this week. So first, I enter Classroom and I click on Klassuppgifter. So what we started doing last week was to look at the structure of how a formal letter should be written. So if you click here, you can see synonyms in English that you can use. Here you can see informal language and formal language, and you can also see the translation here in Swedish. So when you write a formal letter, you need to think about the vocabulary that you're using while you're writing. So you need to make sure it's formal. So go through this list and practice the formal words here, the formal vocabulary. Secondly, I posted a video. So you need to watch the video in order to know how to write a cover letter. A cover letter is a type of formal letter. There are different types of formal letters. So a cover letter is a formal letter that you write when you apply for a job or an internship or as a volunteer, for example. Here you can see another example of a formal letter. And what we can see here is that we can see the address. In the left corner, there's a date. The letter starts with Dear Sir, so you can also start with Dear Sir or Madam, if you don't know if it's a woman or a man reading your letter. And you can also see that you end the letter correctly with yours sincerely. So you need to look at this example here of a formal letter. You need to watch the short clip, take notes, and also you need to look at the rules here, rules for writing formal letters in English. So you need to think about these things here: the address, the date, salutation or greeting, ending a letter, and you also need to put your signature, sign your name. So once you've done that, you are prepared to start writing your own formal letter. So let's look at the task that you should do. So you have wanted to work as a volunteer for some time and you've decided to apply for a place in the global organization WaterAid. So they have offices all over the world in 26 countries, but you want to engage in the work in India. Write an email of 1 page to WaterAid with the structure of a cover letter. Read the ad in the attached file and follow further instructions. So then you click here. Here you can see the task, WaterAid in India. You can see here that they are looking for a volunteer. It says here, use your passion for our work to volunteer in a community and be inspired and get involved and transform lives. So you need to write them an email, tell them a little bit about yourself, explain why you wish to aid people in need, and don't forget to use a correct salutation and a proper closing. So that's what you should include in your email, in your formal email to WaterAid. So you have, again, some more examples here. Here's an example of an application for a job. You can see the address here in the left corner. And you can see that we have the date here. Dear Mrs. Simpson. So in this case, the person knows the name of the person in the company who will read the letter. If you don't know the name, you write dear sir or madam. Okay. And then the person starts by writing why. What is the reason for them writing this email or letter? I am writing this letter to apply for the position of student assistant that I saw advertised on your website. I am interested in working in teachers' resource library or in the accommodation department. So you can write my name is John or my name is Victoria, but it's not necessary. What is more important is that you write the reason why you're sending the letter or the email first, because your name will be here anyway. Okay, so then you continue. You talk a little bit about yourself. I have recently graduated from the VSB Business School in Warsaw and received high grades in both my English and business courses. In addition, we had to use all of the Microsoft Office programs in the preparation of our finished assignments. So I'm able to do most things with computers. So that's something positive. So this person mentions that he received high grades. He also mentions that he's able to work with computers. So now you need to think about your positive qualities. What can you mention? One of the questions that you were supposed to answer was, why do you want to help people in need? So think about any of your good qualities or experience. Maybe you have an experience of helping several people in need, or maybe you've been doing some volunteer work before in an organization. Think about that. What can you mention here? Something positive about yourself, something about your skills. Okay. Since I was 15 years old, I've helped my father to run his small import-export business. I've been involved in helping a variety of clients and also the general administration of the business. In the past 2 years, I have worked in the VSB library, helping teachers and students to find and use the resources there. This experience has given me the ability to deal with the needs of all types of people. So here we can see that this person talks about his past experience working within the same field. Yeah. And he talks a little bit about the tasks he had. He was helping teachers and students, and he also mentions that the experience gave him the ability to deal with the needs of all types of people. So he is not just mentioning the experience he had, he also mentions what positive experience, what this led to. So it led to that he got the ability to deal with the needs of all types of people. And we can see that in this paragraph, he talks a little bit about his personality. I have an outgoing, diligent personality. and find that I enjoy the challenges of working in busy environments. In addition, formal language, my studies and experience have taught me to be accurate and efficient in organizing my work, so I would be a valuable addition to your school. So we can see that he talks about his positive skills, but he also explains why he would be useful. So he's writing here that he is efficient, for example, and he enjoys working in busy environments. So that would be useful in a school because it can be quite busy and you need to be very efficient because there's a lot of tasks that needs to be done. So you need to think, what skills can you mention that would help your work as a volunteer in WaterAid? Okay. Here we can see the last sentence here, a polite sentence. I enclose my CV, and if you have any further questions, do not hesitate to contact me. I am happy to answer all the questions you might have. So it's kind of a closure of the letter. I know that you don't have a CV, even though you don't need to write the CV, you still write here at the end of the letter that you enclose your CV. Okay, and then you can write, I look forward to hearing from you. Yours sincerely, John Smith. So this is one example, a letter of application for a job. So here I wrote another example. So I hope it's even more clear. You can see that I started with my address here. Then I wrote the date. And since I don't know the name of the person I'm writing to, I'm writing Dear Sir or Madam. I wrote some headlines here so you are able to follow easier. So why am I writing? You can see here there are two different ways of how you could start. You can start by, my name is Victoria Björklund. Not necessary, but you can do that. Or you can just start off by saying, the reason for me writing to you is because I'm interested in the position as a volunteer at WaterAid. Or, I'm writing this letter to apply for the position as a volunteer that I saw advertised on your website. Why do you wish to aid people in need? This is something that should be included in the letter, in the email. My greatest passion is to aid people in need. Helping people in need makes me feel better myself. Moreover, it makes me feel useful. I've been helping the organization The Blue Leaf ever since I was a child. The organization collects food and clothes to homeless people. I dream about working as a volunteer, but in a different field in India. Just as WaterAid states, I believe it is a human right to have access to clean water and reliable toilets. I aim to help everyone achieving these basic needs. In my free time, I love dancing and spending time with my family. Here, I tell them a little bit about myself. I certainly enjoy cooking and learning new things, such as playing piano and learning different languages. These qualities may be helpful for your organization. My cooking skills has taught me to be careful about